Hey guys.
Hey everybody.
Happy Sunday.
I thought you were about to say Happy Easter.
No, actually in my head was going Super Sunday just because of the Superman on my chest. So, but I don't know. Yeah, that's just where my head was. So no, I wasn't gonna say Happy Easter. I was struggling between Happy Sunday or Super Sunday, and Happy Sunday is what came out. So
Super Sunday. I feel like you should
off to save the day. Here, I'll fly in.
I know. I feel like you should be flying in. That's kind of worked up. Oh my gosh. Silly.
There we go.
It's probably because we watched
Endgame with the Avengers.
Oh my gosh. I know what. Well, my first thought was yes, let's go see Endgame. You know, right? And then I was like, whoa, it's 3 hours long.
I know, I was like, how am I going to sit there for 3 hours? And Judy kept going, why do you keep moving? Why do you keep jumping?
Oh my gosh. I never, ever experienced this with him in the 30 years that we've been married and then the 2 years of dating. He's sitting next to me in the chair, like, you know, what at the theater. And all I hear is like I'm like, movement, like constant. And I thought, I look at him, are you okay? Like,
I was fine.
Is everything okay? And that was what it was. And I know his back is bothering him. So I was like, is it just because you're not feeling good or whatever? I'm like,
I felt great. I just wasn't comfortable in that chair.
Oh,
so, but it's okay.
You didn't say that. You just
it's
said,
okay.
I don't know, I'm just moving.
I'm
and
just
I'm like,
moving, yeah.
You're just moving. What's going on? And so, yeah, I was a little irritated by the movement constantly. And then I'm like, all right.
It's like, just ignore me. Don't touch me.
But wait, why did we? I didn't have to touch you. I didn't even touch him. He was moving, and I could hear it, and I could. But then I realized, okay.
I was focused on the movie, you know. So
well, it's hard.
Like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm watching the movie.
I seriously, I have some ADD, and I think he does too. And I think you're just fidgety, and I'm more like distractible. So I just kind of was like, what's he doing? Stop! No, I was kidding. But wait, why did I say that?
Probably because I was bugging you.
No, why did I say that now? Why are we talking about now?
I have no idea. Because we were watching the movie and you're just talking about the experience of the movie, I guess. I don't know. So.
Anyways, you watched that movie and it's awesome and we won't give it away.
Yeah, no, please.
We're not those,
yeah, no spoilers.
We're not that kind of person.
The movie's awesome.
Well, I'm not. I don't know about him, but
I'm not. I would not.
I'm not a spoiler. So, anyways, great movie.
Yep, go see it. And I just read it, like, made over $1 billion
in one night. Over the weekend, or just the weekend.
$1 billion.
And it's not, the weekend's not over.
I know, it's like crazy.
So it's already made $1 billion. Well, I'm sure it took $1 just to make the movie. So.
Yeah, I know.
3 hours? Come on.
Yeah.
But it's a keeper. If you're a Marvel maniac, then you would love it. So we did enjoy the show. We won't spoil it. But I wish we had this treat because you know what happened yesterday? We bought the popcorn. And I think I ate half the bowl because I just sat there and went, I'm like watching, mindlessly eating, and mindlessly watching the show. And no, I don't feel guilty about it. That's not the point. The point is the fact that I was just like, oh, look at that. Oh, this is gone. And that's just, I knew I was going to be mindless about it. That's what happens when you buy a large bucket of popcorn. So I didn't put a little small bucket in front of me purposely. I knew that. That was intentional. And so now, the intention is to eat healthy Doritos. So let's see if we could do it. Is that Carol Coley who's on? Yeah. Carol, hello!
And I'm like, how do you make a healthy Dorito? So, I mean, I love Doritos. I think everybody in the world loves Doritos. And when Judy said, let's see if we can find a healthy Dorito recipe, and she supposedly did, so we're going to find out.
Heck, everybody has tried. Somebody out there has tried this kind of stuff because there's somebody else thinking about this besides me. I know it. I'm not the only one. So, mamabowls.com came up with this recipe. All it is Parmesan cheese, smoked paprika. Now, I don't know, I didn't ever find smoked paprika, so I made mine. All I did was I did the 1.5 teaspoons of paprika, and then I added my liquid smoke to it. That's what I do. Smell that.
Smells awesome.
That's what we did with the hot dogs.
Yeah.
And then a chili powder, 1.5 teaspoons of chili powder, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of, this is pink Himalayan salt. This is 3 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. That's all it is, okay? So I'm going to take all those ingredients and put them together. And Jody, I'll go ahead and show them what I sliced up there.
All right, so, and I'm guessing, because I didn't see her pull it out, but this is obviously a corn tortilla, or tortilla. And then she sliced them up in little bitty triangles.
So go ahead and put that all in there.
So Doritos sized triangles.
Just and do some more.
Okay.
So you want to show them how you do that?
Yeah, so all we do is we stack them and we get our handy dandy pizza cutter.
You can use a knife.
And we make triangles.
Just little wedges. All I did was I mixed that all together, the spice, and that's it, folks. That's all, folks. That's Porky Pig. Do you guys know who Porky Pig is?
Okay, there you go.
Porky Pig is
People
from
our age do.
Yeah. I miss Porky Pig. I miss those sweet, innocent cartoons. Okay, maybe they weren't innocent, but
they were funny, though.
Okay, so we're going to take a tablespoon. Oh, will you grab the something to toss it with, basically?
Okay.
So we're going to take some EVOO, about a tablespoon, and I'm going to pour it in here and you toss it around.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know how that's going to get on all of the different...
It actually does. I was just going to say that too. I was thinking that, but I'm like, no, because whenever I do vegetables, roasted veggies like that, I put the oil and then I just toss it around and eventually coats everything. So then all this spice is going to go on it. Do you want it? You ready?
Sure. It's like a tortilla out of the bowl.
It's kind
it's like a fish out of water.
Oh, smell that.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the exact same, but it kind of smells like it. I don't know. Oh, see, look at that. It's totally coating. We put all of this. At least I'm going to.
Well, I think you should. I mean,
that's what it says.
Have you ever seen a thinly coated Dorito? No. I mean, it comes off with your fingers. So.
Okay. Let's keep going. All right. Almost there. Oh gosh, it's all like stuck. There. Okay. Let's get our, what is this called? Cookie sheet?
Cookie sheet.
We're going to coat, just going to
Alright,
it
so
lightly.
I'm going to try to show you guys what I got here. See, look at those.
Okay, they're coated.
There you go, nice and coated.
Just spread it out all in there. I heated the oven to 350 and it's going to cook for 15 to 20 minutes. And while it's cooking, we will talk. So let me get that going. And we'll just have a little chat. I love our Sunday chat. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. I'm not sure who all's with us, but I see you all. Here, I'll get it.
All you need is that little romper room lollipop. And I see Mary and Carol and Johnny.
He's totally dating us. Do you guys know what romper room is?
I remember as a little 5-year-old kid watching that show and going, how come she never sees me?
Yeah, that's what I always felt bad. Like, she's not even calling my name.
Really? So.
Yeah, I always felt bad. So I'm not the only one.
Up.
Apparently she didn't like Judy and Jody. She didn't like us. So.
Yeah,
And if you don't know what that is, Google romper room back in the 1970s.
Yeah, so anyway, so for our topic today, so I've been thinking a lot about the idea of divine discontent. So what that is finding a way to be grateful, and I would say yes, grateful for who you are and where you are in your life, but also having the internal fire to want to make yourself better. And there's really two things that I've been thinking about. One is being grateful for who you are, and the second part is, can you be grateful for the experiences that you're having? And sometimes the experiences that you are having can be very, very difficult
so the answer
to be
would be
grateful
no?
for.
I'll be honest.
No.
Am I grateful for that experience? I might be after, but not usually during, or it's just hard.
And I like that because what you said.
You
know,
like it. I don't like it.
No, well, I don't like the that's an interesting thing because a lot of times we don't like the experience, but yet the experience is exactly what makes us a better individual when we change our perspective and go, all right, what can I learn? And it's like what you often say is, this is not happening to us, it is happening for us.
Oh, good reminder today.
Yeah, and so what is happening in your life right now that may be challenging, may be difficult? Are you taking the time to note and write down or express gratitude for those individual things? And we have talked a lot this year about the power of having a gratitude journal. And I've been going back because this week has in particular been particularly challenging for me mentally and emotionally because of the challenges that we're going through. And so I was able to not only look back, but every single day write down something that I was grateful for. And it was interesting because like today, when I started out today, I actually could only come up with 2. But as I thought about and I pondered those 2, those led to other things that I was profoundly grateful for. And just going through the exercise of going, all right, how am I being blessed today? And what are those areas in my life that really are blessings to me and that I should not complain about? And then so I wrote those down. And then the thing that has really been related to that on an individual level is recognizing that there are things within my own personal character that if I'm truly honest with myself, that I need to hone the rough edges and be willing to take the steps to hone those rough edges to make me and help me become the man that I'm trying to be.
So is that the divine discontent that you're thinking of, is like, it's actually like he wants you to be more, the Lord wants us to be more, so it is, he wants you to feel that discontent, so it is divine discontent because the Lord wants you to feel that? Is that kind of what? Because
the discontent enables you to go, you know what, I want to grow, I want to progress. And I think that there, to your point, there is a level of divineness in the experiences of life that are designed to help us to become better, or are crafted, because I don't think every situation is designed, but I think that they can be crafted and molded for our growth and evolution as an individual and or a couple and or a family or a business, whatever.
Okay, so let's step back a second.
Okay.
So my thought was, when I think about Heavenly Father, I think about Jesus, I think about us. We're created perfectly the way we are, just because God already created us like that. How we are, right? I mean, that's who we are. So when we want, but you're saying that also here, while we're here on earth, is that we are designed to progress and grow, and who we are. Yes, we are uniquely created by ourselves how we are, but we're human, so we're not going to stay stagnant. He doesn't want us to stay stagnant.
We don't want to, we can't stay stagnant. To me, stagnation is death. And so in order for you to continue to progress and to grow, you have to be in a state of discontent. But in that state of discontent, you need to be grateful for who you are. You need to be grateful for the experiences that have helped you become who you are today. Because I can tell you, the man I am today, I hope you agree with this, is a lot better than the man that I was at 25.
I know, right? He's like, he
right?
kind of was looking at me like, maybe?
Like, cross the fingers.
Maybe?
Have I become a better husband? Have I become a better man, a friend? Have I become a better boss, right? Because
that's what you want. I mean, it's just like anything in life. Like what you just said, boss. I was thinking about work. A lot of times in career, right? You're not, well, I guess I shouldn't say you're not. There's people that might like to be in the position they are and stay there. That's totally fine. I mean, but there's a reason probably why. Maybe they're working on other things in jobs and stuff. There could be other things that they want to progress in, and the job is not the thing that they're working on. That's not their own personal journey, is not the job situation. It could be something at home or something that they're working on, right? or just their own selves. But I'm thinking of a job where you're moving up in a career. You are always, it's not that you're not grateful for the position that you're at. That's not it. It's not that you're not grateful for where you're at in your job, but you want to progress. So you're going to progress by getting promoted or whatever.
Well, even if you don't get promoted, how can you perfect your craft? How can you be better at your game? You know, if you're in business, how can you give better customer service? How can you be a better coworker? How do you lift people up? And I think there's always a way to improve and to progress and to grow. And I have someone that's very close to me. I won't say who his name is. We've been kind of separated for many years, and then our circles have come back in contact with each other. And he made the comment, he goes, I hate my life. It is miserable. And he listed out all the things that are going wrong in his life. And he goes, what do I do, Jody? And I said, you need to, one, be grateful for one thing today. And two, you need to go on your bike, ride it to your car, take the flat tire off it, and then roll it down or somehow get it to the tire repair shop and get your tire fixed so you can move. I go, just do that one thing. And I think a lot of times we get overwhelmed with the situation of life that we get paralyzed into action. And that's really where he was. He goes, I don't even know what to do. I'm like, just do these two things. I don't know if he did them, but I know that if you just sometimes take a step, as difficult as a step is, it leads to growth. It leads to progression. And I know right now, mentally and emotionally, he's in a very challenging spot, but he's got to start with one little thing, two little things. And then maybe that's all you accomplish today. And then tomorrow you wake up and you identify those one or two things that you're not particularly, maybe you're not happy about, or they're things that you can control today, and you act on the things that you can control today to make either your situation better or you make you as an individual better.
Well, what I like about is that you told them to focus on one thing, and that is to be grateful, right? You told them you got to be grateful for one thing. Here's something. I think when we are grateful for one thing, we're also, in the same token, looking for that positive thing.
Yes.
And that they go hand in hand, I think. If I'm grateful for something, that must be something that's positive in my life. I'm always putting down that I'm grateful for you. I do. I write that down. Because he keeps me on the straight and narrow. I'll tell you what, I can go off the deep end, or I can just like derail, or just, I know me. And so I'm going to say derail, but I'm like, I can just, yeah. I can be difficult. And so he keeps me like, hey, you know what, let's do this. And so he's my checks and balances, honestly. And I appreciate that of him, but I'm grateful for him as my husband. And so I am always grateful for that. Now, and that's just one thing. So that's a positive thing. So I like that you told them to be grateful, and that's the positive thing. Focus on that. I actually wrote that today in my journal about something to focus on, because we can get in that, when he talked about paralysis, like being paralyzed and not moving somewhere just because, I mean, you might be discontent in a situation. I actually wrote out like 10 things, and it just happened to be 10 things, not because I wrote one. Oh, actually, no, it came out to like 13 things. But anyways, the biggest one was to focus on positivity.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too, that we often, in this state of discontent, we find ourselves in a rut because we confuse activity with productivity. And it's very easy to be busy in the minutia instead of being busy at positive, constructive things. And so one of the things that I've been trying to do very diligently this year is I'm trying to ask myself, are the things that I'm doing at this moment, are they the best things that I could be doing to either advancing myself personally, advancing myself professionally, advancing myself as a husband or a father, or advancing me in my career? Are they very productive, purposeful activities? And when you start being purposeful about your activities, that's when you discover growth. That's when you build growth.
I think I was thinking purposeful or intentional is what I was thinking too. Your intention is there. So those are great words to actually put up on whatever place that you would see every day. Focus, positivity, or being positive, intentional, purposeful. Pick a word. It doesn't have to be all those words, but I'm just throwing out words there. Even discipline, or those are great words to think of, to help you with your divine discontent. And that's kind of what you want to what you're saying, I guess, is
exactly.
Just you're trying to get us, or you're trying to say you can get out of the rut.
I think we can. I think we have a divine nature, and that nature enables us to grow and to progress. And I think our nature wants us to grow and to progress. I mean, at the very core, I think we, in our very heart and soul, are designed to grow, to progress, to become better. And when we stagnate, that's when we struggle, and we start guessing, we start self-reflecting, and we ourselves go, how can I become better?
Okay, so I'm going to have a question though.
Okay.
I just thought of something where we're 50-something, okay? And is there a time that you think where people might just say like, well, I'm already, halfway dead, so what's the point of growing and progressing now? I mean, I should be where I should be, okay? Let's just say that. Like some people might feel that, well, I should be in the career I want to be in by now. I should be doing X, Y, Z by now. I should be doing all these things. And so do you feel that there's ever a time when you're too old to do any of this? I mean, okay, let's move it on up, because I know some people are like 50 is the new 40 or whatever. People say
For
that.
me, 50 is the new 30, baby. Look at this.
I was thinking I'm definitely better now than I was when I was 20 and 30. But anyways, feeling better for sure and more confident. But okay, let's just say 80. Let's go 80.
Well, here's the thing. I heard Jessica was actually listening to a motivational talk today, and the lady said, don't die before you're dead.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, that's profound, because how many people of us are slowly dying while we're living instead of living life? And that was her point. She said, live every single day. Don't give up. Don't die before your time's over, because you were designed to grow and to live this life. So embrace it. Embrace every single day.
I love that. Don't die before you're dead. I've actually said this. And it's like, we were talking actually about yesterday while we were helping our daughter off to prom. Remember, she actually quoted us, and we said, we were talking about rest and sleep. And she said, well, don't you always say you'll rest when you're dead?
That's what I always say.
I say
I'll rest
that too.
when I'm dead.
Yeah, I'll rest when I'm dead. I'll sleep when I'm dead. That's what I say. I think you must say
I say I rest when I'm dead.
Yeah, it's because we're talking about sleep. And I'm like, I'll sleep when I'm dead again. And so then is that the kind of the same thing? It's like, you know what? It's like, don't waste your time.
Pining over what could have been. Instead, get busy and make a new day. And I think that's an important thing is, you know what? The past has brought you to where you are today. You can't control the past, but you sure can control today and what you can do tomorrow. So yes, make sure you visit this past week's podcast, because we talked about the power of acting today. Because that's the only day you can control. You can't control tomorrow. You can dream about tomorrow. You can reflect or whine and pine and sorrow over the past, or you can learn from the past and make a plan today that enables you to have a better future.
I just thought of something. When you're talking about being, there's that. Go ahead and get it. When you're being paralyzed in the past or being paralyzed in your situation, I feel like that is actually having a pity party. Kind of like you're paralyzed. It's all peas. They're not ready?
No, well, they're not crispy.
They're not crispy. So that was 15 minutes. We'll go 5 more minutes. So you're paralyzed and thus I think you're having a pity party. That's kind of where I was thinking. And I don't know. Let's look at that. Is pity party so bad?
No, I think it's okay. As long as it's just for a moment.
Because parties don't last forever. Parties are not, when you're having a pity party, I think that party is very short term, right? A few hours maybe.
I guess the key is don't make it a pity Mardi Gras where it lasts a whole week. Right? It's okay to have a moment of, oh, my life is so challenging right now. You know, oh, why can't things change? You know, but then go, all right, what am I grateful for? What can I change? What can I do today to make things the best they can be today? And recognize that not everything can be solved in one day.
That's
Some
true.
things do take time. Some challenges last weeks and months and years, and you know.
And will they evolve or change?
And right,
yeah,
exactly.
they morph.
Yeah, and
the
so
challenges can morph.
So ultimately, you have the choice on how you're going to manage every single day, how you're going to take advantage of every single day.
I'm thinking about this because I kind of was having a little pity party this morning. But at church, of course, that's where I meditate daily, and at church had a little more time, and it was good. And that's where I wrote down my 13 things of how.
You were writing like a madman.
It's like what I do. I need to get it out. And so it was good. And that's one of the things I was thinking about was I got to get out of this pity party because it's not productive, and it's very uncomfortable actually for me to be in that space. I don't like being there. And so, but it's good, I realize, to experience that. And the reason why I find that it's good to experience that is so that I can empathize with those that are having challenges. And I really understand how that feels. So that just made me think, okay, all right, Lord, I'm done with my pity party, I'm out. So anyways, I smell that.
Yeah, you can definitely smell it. So
oh my gosh.
I guess the thing is how crispy do we want to be before they try?
Do we want to be? How crispy do we want to be?
Well, the crispy will come this summer when we're having sun, at least for me.
Did you watch our stories yesterday? We took the kids out on the boat, the prom kids, our daughter, Kailani, her friends, and we took them out on the boat, and it was such a nice day, even if it was 50.
It was
60
It started out at 57 when we got in the water, and 61 when we got out.
They are troopers. They were in the water. I was like, my gosh, these guys are
I'm like,
resilient.
my daughter's just like me as a kid, because I would have done the same. I probably still would have done the same thing too, but everybody was having such a good time.
They're so resilient, and they were just awesome. It was great to see them in the, having a great time in the water. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was beautiful weather. It wasn't even windy or anything.
No windy, beautiful sun, and it was just awesome. So it was a fun day, but it's a weird. In fact, I didn't tell you this. So today after church, Kailani came up to me, and she's kind of doing this kind of.
Look at this weather, Dad.
And she's like, I got something I want to talk to you about, Dad. And not exactly looking at me, and she goes, me and Cam, that's her boyfriend, we were visiting last night, and we think that as a wedding gift, you should give us the boat. I'm like, I didn't realize we were talking about a wedding already. So, but it was pretty funny. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, but
we'll
it was all in fun.
I know. We'll wait for him to get off his mission first.
Yeah. So, which he's planning on doing.
Of
So,
course.
which is fun, and I really like him. So, but yeah, it was just kind of funny because I was actually teaching the lesson today, so I had that going into my next class where I'm teaching a lesson, and I was still trying to make the transition from that conversation with my daughter to teaching the class. So, all right, so here are our Doritos. Woo! Well, they don't smell like Doritos, but they smell good.
They smell cheesy. See them? They smell cheesy.
So I want to just take 2 of them off.
Because they're super hot and they're sizzling.
Yeah, they're sizzling. All right.
Who's with us?
All right.
Suzanne. Hey, Elizabeth, Carol.
Okay.
Nice.
So let me grab a little
Bella.
plate there.
Oh yeah, we don't have a plate. Who else have on this side? So sorry, can't see very good.
All right. So that's what happens when you're over 50 and the camera's 5 feet away.
And you don't have your glasses on.
So, all right. Hey, they're actually crispier than when I took them out.
Are they hot?
So, I don't know.
I gotta wait. Okay, we're gonna
Okay,
try
all
our
right. So we're gonna try these homemade Doritos.
Go. Oh, they're not crispy yet.
They need to be crispier.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't talk on my uncle. They're not bad.
I wouldn't make them. Yeah, for me, these aren't a keeper.
Well, here's the one thing.
Oh, whew.
Here's the one thing.
I don't know what spice that was, but boy, it sure got me.
These will crisp up as they cool. That's one thing. And I don't think they're horrible.
They're not horrible, but I wouldn't make them.
I wouldn't call them Doritos.
I wouldn't call them Doritos. They're severe Dorito wannabes.
I don't think they're bad. Taste this one.
I got one in my mouth.
This one's definitely saltier.
Yeah, that's probably not.
I don't think they're bad. I think
That
they're
one was better because they have more more Parmesan. The one I had I was tasting just paprika. So that one wasn't so bad.
I think we just need to let these cool and crisp them up.
I don't think it's going to help. So I mean, it's not
I
like
don't mind them.
it's not like a bag of, you know, when you put your hands in a bag of Dorito chips and
That's
you
the
just.
hard thing, guys. We can't really. It's not fair to compare them to the exact same thing.
Why not? When you're professing.
No, I hate when they say. I do hate when they say carrot cake, and it's like a carrot.
I know, but it's like if you're making a modified version, then you got to compare it to the modified version, and I
don't ever expect it to taste exactly like it because I'm not putting the chemicals on it that they put in it. So I'm not making it exactly like it. Just like the corn dogs, they weren't exactly the hot dogs, the chicken dogs. I can't expect them to taste like. Exactly.
No, but those were pretty close, and they were worth making, right? And they would be fun making this with your kids.
I like these.
Yeah, no, I won't. They're not for me. So one thumbs up, one thumbs down. So
Yeah, but I think they're good. I like the salt. I'll make them again.
nah, you can have them.
As you can see, I keep eating them.
So
Okay.
anyway, well, hopefully you've enjoyed the conversation, and you know what? At least try them. You can see if you like them for yourself.
Because I don't think. Look at, I keep eating them.
Yeah, you know how. Well, you're eating them like a bag of Doritos where you just can't stop, but I can stop after that. So, but anyway.
I like the spice.
Well,
Okay.
good. I'm glad you enjoy it. So, anyway, well, thank you guys for joining us. As always, make sure you like and share, and don't forget to join us on our podcast on Choose, Don't Excuse. We do record the audio of these and put them on, as well as on Thursdays, we do an episode just for Choose, Don't Excuse podcast. So make sure you join us. So
It'd be great. So you enjoy your Sunday. Have a great day.
have a great day.
Peace out.
See ya.
See ya. I'm going to keep eating them.
You can.